if we give like the tea of it all, villains are not really villains.
They're not. They're just
No.
so misunderstood.
And I definitely understood that from the Corella point of view, and that's why I asked if she was considered a villain. Because once you really hear the origin of it all, is she or is she just acting the way everybody else does?
Crazy when I say this, but I think you have more power being a villain than you do being a soft girl. And I
I
just, I
concur.
just, I will rest on that hill because villains, you have never seen a villain in a movie that is not unapologetically themselves at any moment.
What's that lady name in all the movies?
Who?
Who I'm talking about?
Name one of the
Yep.
movies.
She was in Medea Family Reunion. She was in Greenleaf. She was the mama on Greenleaf.
She always play an auntie.
Well, yes, but here's the thing: the real point that I'm getting to is she always plays somebody evil, but she's never broke. Y'all
Yeah.
know what I'm talking about from Greenleaf.
From Greenleaf?
Yes, married to Bishop.
Oh, what is her name? What is her name? Oh, that's gonna bother me. Oh,
I know her name.
From Greenleaf. Okay, now I gotta look up the cast of
but she
Greenleaf.
played in Thin Line with Martin, right? Back in the day.
Oh, y'all
Yes,
talking about Lynn? Y'all talking about Lynn?
Yes,
Lynn.
Lynn Whitfield. That's her
yes.
name.
Yeah,
Maybe
no,
that's gonna
her
bother me.
characters are so empowering. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And she's
I may
twisted.
be a villain, but I'm never broke.
but the
Never.
one thing that I don't like, the only movie that I didn't like her in was is that it's not Diary of a Mad Black Woman. No, it's Family Reunion.
Yeah.
It's Family Reunion
Family.
Where
because
she saw,
oh,
my mother was a $2. So you gonna
like
turn your
You should be happy that you did what you could do to save our family.
well, I never.
and I just feel like being in your villain era. I just feel like to me, it gives you a lot of versatility,
Mm,
right? Because villains are not always bad. They're not.
right.
Because if we take Dr. Facilier, he gave people what they wanted.
Mm.
True.
He gave people what they wanted. It's just,
Where you
you know,
going
they
with
didn't really know what they wanted.
And see, and that's the part about it. I gave you exactly what you asked for.
I gave you all your hopes,
it?
all your desires.
Hey, my
Like
fault.
in the opening credits of Princess and the Frog, you literally see somebody say, I want hair.
I, you didn't
He
say
gave
how
me
much.
hair.
You did not say how much.
Y'all.
What?
Did you want hair all over your body like a
But you
wolf?
said you
The
wanted a lot
point
of hair.
is, see, you're looking at it from the wrong angle. Let me tell you. He was teaching you life lessons. When you're manifesting things, you need to be specific in your request. So if you only wanted hair on your head, that should have been what you asked for. But what you asked for was hair. And I gave it to you in abundance at that. And you're still complaining. Look at you.
Well, you know what? I'll take that.
And like being in the villain era of things, it doesn't necessarily mean doing bad things, right? Because
It's
when we
apologetic.
if we look at like so y'all know Disney fanatic, I love Disney, right? I love Disney. I do.
Yeah.
I do. There's nothing that like well, yeah, it's something that Disney can do stuff wrong. They can, they do. But Disney
Don't digress.
movie
Don't
wise,
digress. Okay.
I
Calm down.
like movie wise, I love them movies. And if we talk about like, I don't know how many people have watched Inside Out, right?
I love that
Inside
movie. Yeah.
Out, that's my movie, right? And the quote unquote villain is sadness in the beginning, right? In the beginning, like sadness is the villain.
Oh,
She's the villain. My
mm-mm.
homegirl was not the villain.
He was not.
Happiness was the villain.
Low key.
Hot take, explain. I want to know.
Because here's the thing. It's a toxic cycle of this idea like you can only be positive. You can only be happy. There's no range of emotion. She was
Right.
the toxic one. She was the villain.
I
And
concur.
now that you pinpoint that,
I
it
concur.
leads us into our conversation about the soft girl era, because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of times people brand this soft girl era and they hide behind it, right? Because what is the true definition of a soft girl era?
Let's look it up on Urban Dictionary.
Come on, Urban.
Let
Let me see if Webster
me see.
has a
Me and,
definition.
me and Oxford do not be getting along.
Who is he?
I don't know. Some white
An
man.
old white man. Uh, literally, a old white man.
We don't like that for us. Um,
So if we look at the definition of soft, just
okay.
soft, right?
It says a era in which female chooses to have kind, loving, gentle, supportive people in her life. It is a time where she makes the effort to live in peace, happiness, and calmness.
I like that definition.
That's cute. But let me just define soft in the
Okay.
Webster dictionary. To be soft is to be easy to mold, cut, compress, or fold. Not
Well,
hard or
I
firm
don't,
to
I don't
the
like
touch.
that. I don't like that at all. I don't like what you said
Hey,
to me.
compressing nothing
Easy
over
to
here.
mold.
So Mr. Webster gonna do it every time. He gonna bring it down every time. And I
Because
feel like
easy to mold.
society has moved with Webster's definition of soft,
I think so too.
because when we talk about this soft girl era, a lot of times it means like I'm not doing anything in that specific tone, because every time you see somebody switch to soft girl, they're, yes, this is real, this is me, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now.
I'm
You
not
know,
exuding any extra energy. Oh, I'm sorry. That's beneath me.
y'all know I don't like soft girl ears. Yeah.
Cook. Oh my God. Why would I cook? Because you got to eat.
And it comes with a thought process that to be soft, you have to lose half of yourself, which to me is like, yeah, no, you don't have to do that.
Or this idea that you have to be willing to be molded in a way. If
So
it's not my
let
own
me
will,
play.
who am I molding to? What am
Right.
I molding to?
So let me see if I can play this for y'all. Let me see if I can make it loud enough for y'all to hear.
Like with princess treatment, everybody is so vague. Like, okay, you want your doors open and you want the flowers and you want the gifts and this, that, and the third. But me, I want to be able to call my significant other when I feel like my anxiety is about to go crazy so you can help me calm my mind. I want to have a business idea in my head and I run it by you and you add to it. I want to be cared for, loved on, protected, knowing that like the butterflies in my stomach will never turn into vomit because I know that you treat me right. That's my idea of princess treatment. I want the flowers.
Yeah.
Of course, I want the gifts. I want my doors open. Mm-hmm. But I want to feel delicate enough to be vulnerable with the person that I love and not have to worry about being embarrassed about it.
That last one.
Yeah.
That last. I want to be able to be truly, authentically me and know that you got me, whether I'm in your presence or outside of your presence. Don't be in these streets embarrassing me. Because if you want to go to the circus,
ringleader me. Ringleader
me. For real.
And
but it's like you said, it's subjective though. Like some people have the urban dictionary. Some people have like I don't like Webster. I don't like because soft in his definition, I don't want to be that because I don't want you to conform me to what you think I'm supposed to be. I want you to receive me, acknowledge me, and love me in my present state, good, bad, ugly, indifferent. I need you to love all that. That's soft to me. That allows me a space to be vulnerable. That allows me a space to change, have growth, etc., etc. But you trying to turn me into something I'm not just to please you, boy, bye.
But I feel like to a certain point, then that's not necessarily like, how do I say this? It's not even like it's submission, yes, but it's in a different way. It's not so much like, oh, I've been to your every need. I've been to all the rules that you give. You know, it's more like accepting. It's like respect. respecting how I want to be treated, understanding how I want to be loved, and
Yeah, absolutely.
allowing for that to flourish rather than me having to give everything in order for you to do what you should be doing anyway.
And
Heavy on the
then
what you should be doing anyway. Because why do my actions dictate what you do? Be who you are. I'm gonna be me regardless. Like when it comes to my relationships, I'm a nurturer. I'm a caterer. Like I like to be of service to my significant other. You think it's for you, but really it's for me. It makes me feel good. And if I'm a firm believer in what I don't do, somebody else can type stuff. But if it's beyond the scope of my practice in my good massage therapist voice, I'm not going to extend myself to some stuff that I don't have any knowledge of, unless it's just something I'm interested in. It's a lot of things I'm interested in. But it's like, nah, I need you to receive me how I am and understand that it's beneficial to both of us. But the things that I do is because that's what makes me the whole of who I am. You just happen to benefit from it.
And then to presume that something is an era, it means it ends. And
Okay,
I
come
think,
on.
Never
Come
even
on.
thought about that. Wait a minute.
I think
Oh,
that that's
yes,
the tea of it all.
that is the
You
tea.
you are in your soft girl era, but an era has to end. Like it has to, the chapter
Yeah,
has to close, babes.
I don't want it to end. I don't want it to close, baby. I want to be soft for the rest of it. Soft
Just like
and
the
I am.
video said, it's princess treatment. It's not
I
a
need
it's
it.
not era.
And it's taking a step up, baby. I need queen treatment. Because if I'm treating you like a king, which I do, because I saw my father treated like a king. And that's why I cater to men the way that I do. It has nothing to do with the individual man. It's how I was raised. And I saw the effects of how that treatment, it made my father flourish. It made my father work more. It made my father provide better. It made my father more present. It made my father be loving and just all around the epitome of what I think a man is. So if I'm not cultivating that type of space for a man to flourish in, then how can I expect him to treat me like the princess or queen that I am? If you're not giving him king treatment, and I think that's where my issue comes in, because I feel like a lot of females feel very entitled to this certain treatment, but then you don't cultivate a space for him to have the same type of reciprocation. I don't know where y'all got that from.
And that's like, and for me, that's the big wall that we hit with this whole soft girl era. Like it's a cute era. It is. It's a cute era. But if we're not cultivating a space for both people to be soft, if
And
in
that's the
whatever way we want to
thing.
say soft is, like we're cultivating a space for us to be soft. And I love that.
Mhm.
I love that for us. I love that for
But what
us.
about them?
But what
What
about
about
the
them?
people around us? And a lot of people just stand up and say, I'm in my soft girl era. I'm blocking everybody. Right.
Okay.
Right.
We right. That makes a lot of sense. But it don't.
It don't,
You're
because you don't live in, you are in a world full of different beings, different spirits, different entities, different people. And unless you plan on being a hermit and being in your own space solo by yourself, you need to be able to shift and shake and move in different scenarios with different energies. You can't do that if, oh, I'm in my soft career, so I don't have to open the door. Okay, well, stand your dumb ass outside the door and see if it's automatic and see if it's going to open for you by itself.
see if it's revolving, babes. See if it's revolving.
And,
Like,
and
and when we get to the nitty gritty of this soft girl era, a lot of and
come on, say it. Oh, I know where
this
you're
is
going. Go
gonna
ahead.
hurt my 2 a.m. folks on Twitter.
They're gonna be all right. Here they go. Here they go.
A lot of y'all are disguised. Y'all are hiding behind soft girls so y'all can be mean girls. Let's talk.
You were thinking it, but you said it.
Like let's talk because
The judgment.
a lot of people that become soft girls are in this
They
soft
just get
girl era.
rude.
You become rude because you're like, no, this is what I am. This is what I deserve. But if you have not put down the groundwork, you want brands to flock to you because you're a soft girl. No,
And ain't
babes.
nobody finna feed into that negativity. See, it's a difference between being soft and being just nasty. And like, you don't have to, the softest people I know, like my second mother, not my birth mother, but my mother they raised me. She is like, she exudes soft, feminine energy to me. And I know it's in her. I know she a little feisty because she have to deal with my knucklehead ass daddy. So I know it's in her. You feel? But she don't have the lightest voice. She get her point across. She don't have to do none of that. But you give her reverence because of the way that she carries herself. When you're in that era, you don't have, like, when people see me in the public, whether I'm in my bummy chic, aka my bonnet, and my t-shirt, mind your business, or if I am all the way done up, it's the my inner light shows. So it's a certain way that people, I swear, every time I go Walmart, anywhere, they flock to me like, you are so beautiful. You just glowing. Thank you. And I smile. And it's not me being fake or me trying to put on for the city. No, that's just generally how I feel, because you didn't have to take that time out of your day to tell me I was beautiful. Even down to the gentleman. Now, don't do too much, because once I tell you I got a man, respect my boundaries, because they go from real soft girl era to thug Keisha real quick. Don't violate my man, because I'm real picky about him, okay? And I always got a 9 on me. Pop, 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 pop. Go my 9. Okay. I'm just saying.
It's just for me, for me. Like I said, the era got to end, babes.
I don't want
And
it to end. I'm glad you said that, because
the
I
like
didn't get that.
eras end, and I just want us to kind of focus more on, like, if your intentions are this is the life I want to live, then live that.
It's a
Like,
lifestyle.
I'm not a labels girly. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not a labels
Yeah.
girly. Labels just get on my nerves, right? And like, they just do. Like, I just, a lot of times we wouldn't have the problems that we have if we didn't have
People
all
went
these
for
labels
labels.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
I agree with you.
Like, but when we talk about being in an era, in a soft girl era, it labels and it limits, right? Because you can say you're in the soft girl era and then you decide to stand up for yourself, but
And now
because
you're not soft no more.
because you've been playing this role the entire time, because a
Ooh,
lot of us are playing roles and not
ooh.
being about it. Like, we're not in our era. We're not. We're playing a role because we want to be there. We faking it till we make it, but we're
I guess
not.
they manifesting.
Like, I guess it gotta be, but we're not in there. Like, our foot is not in the door, and we're not
Yeah.
becoming that person, changing. So, at what point do we become? Do we start taking steps to making this a lifestyle and not
Right.
just an era that's going to end eventually?
Because that's just like, you can compare it to, like, even the whole every New Year's everybody finna lose weight, and I'm finna do intermittent fasting, and I'm finna be on a keto diet. And then, just like all eras, Thanksgiving then came around, baby. That guy gonna have to be on hold, big baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh well, it's the winter now. I can put my winter weight on now. No, baby, summer bodies are made in the winter, love. What do you mean? What are you doing? So either it's going to be a lifestyle change or it's not. Either you're gonna dive in and be fully in your feminine energy and be that soft woman, that soft, fine, feminine energy, or you're not, because you can only lead with your representative for so long.
Come
At some
on.
point you got to put your acting bag back up. So what you gonna do? And I get the whole fake it till you make it to a degree, but at some point you gotta admit that maybe that's really not in me. Maybe I'm not the soft type. Like, I have soft parts of me, but for the most part I was raised with a whole slew of boy cousins. I'm very tomboyish. I just started getting into my femininity less than a decade ago. You understand what I'm saying? And it's been a process. And in the beginning, you could say it was kind of a fake it till you make it, because I didn't see me the way the outside world saw me. I just thought I was one of the fellas. I was one of the cousins. I didn't realize all this thickness and all these curves and stuff was going to attract certain. I didn't know that. So I didn't know how to cultivate that either. But once I got it, I took baby steps. I didn't just dive in like, oh yeah, baby, I'm a fashion model, I'm this, that, and the other. No. It's a daily reminder. It's a daily effort put into being that divine feminine. It's not about being soft and, oh, I'm too delicate. I don't want to do anything. I like my man to open my car door because that's what I saw my father do for my mother. And because there's a sense of security in that. and a sense of protection in that. And every woman wants to be provided for and protected and secure. It has nothing to do with, oh, I might break a nail. Oh my God, I can't open my door. What, girl, bye? Because when you by yourself, you open your door, huh?
Right.
I can't.
Don't make me the poster child.
No. I think
Look to be the answers.
but my biggest question for y'all, like 2023 was a year of eras. We love that for them. But we really do. We love that for y'all.
Yeah.
But what is a era that you wish could be a lifestyle, right? I'll kick it off because mine is the villain era. Like it just is. It is, right? Because
Not the
villains
villain.
are so selfish with themselves.
They
They
are.
are so selfish with themselves. They know what they're capable of doing and they stick to it. And they're like, I'm me.
Yeah.
Hades walked into
Mm,
the gates of Olympus when
again.
Hercules was just born.
Mm-hmm.
It
Oh,
was like, I know y'all was waiting for me. Is
you
this
looking for me?
A baby was born.
like I feel like everybody should the lifestyle change that we can take from the villain era is that you can unapologetically stand in your truth and be secure and do what you need to do. Because that villains do what they need to do, whether it fails or not.
And
They
they
in the
will.
field
Wow.
doing what they need to do. And a lot of times they don't fail, it's just a lesson and a stepping block.
Yep.
So for me, like the lifestyle is like a villain era lifestyle where it's like, I don't play about me and you're not gonna play
Right.
about me.
Right. I like that. If there was an era I wish didn't end, it was the YOLO era. You
You.
want to live one.
I love that.
Go ahead, do what you want to do, girl.
I love.
That's
Mm-hmm.
when the girls was in the club with blazers on, and
You understand me?
mm,
They
I
was
think
there.
that the era for me, and ooh, I'm probably gonna get some chat back about this one, but chat about it then. I'm gonna chat.
Mm-hmm.
The era that I want to become a lifestyle is being selfish. I know that sounds crazy,
I love
but
that.
but I feel like a lot of people, self included, tend to sacrifice themselves and be the sacrificial lamb for a lot of unappreciative, undeserving people in
man,
situations. I want the era, the lifestyle of self preservation first. And I feel like if everybody concentrates on being their best self and bringing forth their best self and being better than their self yesterday, then they're make themselves their only competition, then there will be a lot less of the crab in the bucket mentality, be a lot less of the manipulation and the narcissistic behaviors that we have out here, because everybody will be so confident within themselves and knowing themselves that when they move out in the world, they don't need validity from somebody else. They don't need outside confirmation on who it is, what they are, what their purpose is. So I would like the selfish. I need that to be a lifestyle. I need you to be your best self and present your best self to the world. Present your best self to your partners. Present your best self to your family members. Present your best self to those who your purpose to help out in the world. That's just me though.
no,
Mm-hmm.
that's key. Like I love the YOLO era, y'all. I really
I did
do.
too.
Really,
Hello.
the YOLO era is an era that, like, as a lifestyle, look, we only live one. We got one time, one on this planet.
Yes, that's
One.
it. One.
One. Like, and I'm y'all know I always be preaching about this only believing in your plan A. Like,
I love
that's
that.
when the YOLO comes in when you only believe in your plan A.
Yeah,
Because
for
your
sure.
plan A has to work. Has to. And then
Because
And
why won't it? Because
and
why
why
you
won't
won't it?
and
Then the
I
selfish
respect
era.
T. And I respect all my girlies in a soft girl era, you know what I'm saying? Do what you do. But maybe you only live
Baby,
once, and you
baby,
living your
life
life
too
that
hard to be
somebody else
soft.
told you it's not gonna work.
Life is too hard to be sitting in a soft girl era. Everything requires effort. Everything. Everything requires effort. Everything requires energy. There's no way you can be soft and do nothing and exude effort and energy. It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Just saying.
Right.
And when it comes down to it, y'all, like a lot of times we say we in eras that we aren't. We just not. And like
You
that's just
sounded
truth of the
good.
matter.
You sounded
That's
real
true.
forward.
We're
Yeah.
just not in those eras. But the lifestyle of like integrating some of like the you only live once and some of the selfishness and then some of the unapologetically being about yourself and your
Yes.
lifestyle is like
Yeah.
crucial when it
It,
comes to elevating
it's
and getting
necessary.
out of an era and making it a lifetime decision.
You gotta
Fact.
have a spectrum.
Yeah. You got to
Yeah.
be flexible. You got to what? You got to be able to pivot. That's one of our
Mhm.
favorite words here. You got to be able to pivot, love.
Power in the pivot.
Power. T-shirt merch coming soon, guys.
Like power in that pivot.
Mhm.
Like, and that's a lot of like the reason why some of us we get so far and then we realize we don't know who we are.
Ooh. Because
Like
we've been trying to be what
me,
we thought people
me
should
being a victim of that too, y'all. Like, let me.
be. Me too.
I'm not off the hook of that,
Me
but
too.
we get to this place where we have been pretending like this is the era I'm in, and babes, you get
That
to that point, and you at night, you sleeping at night, and it's just you in that bed, and you like, I don't know who I am.
Who are you? I
Is
don't
blue
know.
even my favorite color?
Like, I
Yes,
don't.
it is. It is. I
Today,
confirm that.
anyway.
I confirm that
So
for myself. It's purple.
a lot of time, come on, purple. A lot of times we have to do in our eras, quote unquote, we have to do some soul searching.
Mm-hmm.
We have to figure out, are we saying that we soft girls because society is saying that soft girls are in?
Or because we tired.
To realize your intentions.
Is it a trauma response? Is your software error, excuse me, y'all, is your trauma response, is your software error due to a trauma response? Are you shutting down? Are you really in a software error for real? I really want y'all to take a minute to ask yourself these questions. Is
Avoid.
it because I done put all this work in and I'm tired and I done sowed the seeds and now it's time for me to reap? Is that your attitude about it?
Mm-hmm.
Because even that's temporary. So make sure your intentions behind your software error are true to self, and it's not a reaction to somebody else's actions. Because then is it really your software error or is it your shutdown error?
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
Are you
ooh.
avoiding something?
What's the tea? Like,
Mm.
so as we approach the end of this episode,
Here we
y'all
go. Y'all ready?
know the infamous
Oh
question.
Lord.
Here we
Infamous
go. Chat about it.
is what tools would you give yourself
Mhm.
when you were 20, specifically 20? Because 20 is when you realize I am no longer a teenager. I'm kind of an adult
No,
now.
I
Kind of, sort of.
2020.
Like,
I was in the pandemic when I was 20.
and that's the what tools would you give yourself to build not an era but a lifestyle?
Oh.
Mm.
Cause and that's you wanna know why it's so hard because like we were, talking some time ago, I'm still in that, that era of like it's almost uncertainty, right? Like I don't know what's going on.
And that's
You know,
okay.
but I don't and you said what advice would I give her, right?
What tools?
What
You can give
tools would
yourself
you
three
use?
tools. Your tool could be, girl, get up and go get some coffee. But what tools would you give yourself to make it not an era but a lifestyle?
don't lose yourself in the darkness.
Ooh.
Right? Because and that was my problem. I feel like I told y'all some time ago, I kind of got down and I didn't know how to get back up, you know? And instead of giving myself that grace and understanding that it's not just dark for me, it's dark for a lot of people, you know? And I would tell her to reach out more, you know, and really lean on the people who are willing to listen. That's big. That's really big. And also, girl, get up. Chill out.
Get up. Get up.
God. Stand
You
up.
weak in the knees.
Stand up. No, for real. She was so stand up. She was real mad at us that day. What?
Hey.
I'm gonna get
up, girl. Yes.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I want you to stand on that though. Even today. I'm challenging you as your big cousin to stand on business. Not for nobody else though, Mom. Just for you. Because you deserve it. You deserve to be your best you. You deserve your best life. And only you can determine what that is.
Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry.
Don't you cry on here today.
Don't you make me cry.
Hold on. We still got to get through 2 more phases of tools.
I don't want it. I don't want it. Oh, no.
Blink, 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 blink.
No, but yes, it's that time. It's
like
been that time. It's just gonna have to happen. There's nowhere else to go but up.
Come on,
I like
up.
that.
Lakeisha, what tools would you give yourself to make it not an era, but a lifestyle in your 20s?
So I guess my tools would be more so advice. One actual physical tool is just being diligent in writing my plan of action and working said plan. Whether that's journaling, whether you guys do journaling, whether you do a note in your phone. I know some of y'all are Apple users. Y'all got all these nifty little things up in there. Baby, I'm team Android. Judge your mama, don't judge me. Anywho, write your little notes. Vision boards. I write on my mirror. One day I'll take y'all in there and I'll show you how I do my mirror work. Just you want to have to you want to engage all of your senses when trying to manifest things in your life. You want to use your written form. You want to make it audible. You want to visualize it. You want to have pictures, like whatever you need to use so that it can be tangible to you. So that's the first one. And then the other two would be just some advice. Number one, we're not people pleasing. We're just not. You are the people that you need to please first. And as long as it is not in adversity or in any negative effect to somebody outside of you, then there should be no issue with you pleasing self. And then the last thing is preserving your peace is priority. I want y'all to say that with me. Preserving
your peace
is priority. Because if you're not in a peaceful state of mind, you cause chaos. I know it because I live it. When I'm not at peace in my household, my whole household is chaotic. So if I'm the head, or if I'm in this era, this lifestyle of, of queenly goddessness, how does that compute when I'm right here, my house dirty, my room looks crazy, my hair all across my head, I ain't want to put no clothes on, I done barely washed my ass. That's not giving royalty and your highness behavior.
Right.
But if my mind and my body and my soul and my spirit are in alignment and at peace, everything else comes into alignment. So that's all I got for y'all this time.
Come on now. And I think I have a few tools for 20.
Come on, tool. Come on, master tool.
One biggest tool ever. Spend time with yourself, girl.
Like, yes.
I have just now gotten comfortable going on self dates.
Ain't they amazing, y'all?
I've never done it before.
A self date is not as bad as I thought it would be.
I feel like I would get bored.
No, you would. That's the thing. You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I love
you wouldn't.
And
like,
then you'll be surprised how many people approach you when you're on them self dates. Like
and
men and women, like you just get approached.
the self date that like I loved, that I used to love while I was interning at Disney. We had this huge pool with a big TV screen that played movies all day.
Disney
And
movies all day.
I would sit there. I kid you not. I kid you not, y'all. I had an off day one week, and my gami called me at like 9 a.m. I'm in the pool. Called me again at about 2. Still in the pool.
Girl, you had a good day, honey. You know how to date yourself.
I called her at 5 p.m. Where was I? By the pool eating. Like,
he done did a whole day shift. She done did a staycation with herself.
I just feel like that tool,
like it.
For me, that's a vital tool. Like,
that's a good
make
one.
time to be with yourself. Right? Number 2 is if you want something, you have to work at it. A lot of times we're like, I want this lifestyle, so I'm gonna try it for 2 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
Cool.
It take 30 days to form a habit.
So not being
90
so
days, my bad.
be like, I'm not getting the results, so I don't want to do it.
So instant gratification ain't the thing.
Like, go.
Oh, all right.
Go do it and be consistent with what you're doing. And then my third tool that I would give myself is forget what everybody says.
That was number 1. What you talking about?
Like, forget what everybody say.
Yep. Because
like, it doesn't matter who agrees with what era you're going into. It doesn't matter who agrees with what season you're in, because they're not going through that season.
And they're not you.
They're not you.
They're not you. The way that they will react is different because they don't have the trauma that you have. They don't have the light that you have.
They
don't have the courage that you have. A lot of times, 20-year-old Michaela was taking advice from people who have never done anything that 20-year-old Michaela would be doing. So at that point,
yes.
At that point, we taking advice from what?
And what you gonna teach me? What you gonna show me? You don't even know what I'm talking about.
One day I heard this dude say, would you accept the advice of a crackhead telling you not to do crack? And
clearly you can't
do if you are really out here still doing crack, why would I believe that crack is not fun? Like, if you're
because maybe that was the 80s when crack really came on the scene. You still thugging? Oh, with crack
you still out here?
Y'all play too much.
Like, I think for me, it's one of those things where it's like, nah, you have to forget what everybody is saying
and relearn for yourself.
Keep it moving. But yeah, y'all, as y'all can see, we're not trying to be in eras in 2024. We're not.
It's lifestyles, baby. This lifestyle.
Lifestyle lifestyle.
Free on Thug. I'm sorry. It just came out.
I stand you.
I can't do it with you today. But as y'all know, thank y'all for stepping into the box for the group chat. And we'll see y'all in the community chat to answer some questions.
Y'all next time.